Well, let me ask you something. Imagine two of the most powerful minds in India's freedom struggle. Both bold, both fearless, both ready to challenge the system, and yet they never became allies. Why? Why didn't Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Subhas Chandra Bose work together? Were they political rivals? Did they dislike each other? Or was something much deeper going on? Well, you see, history here is far more interesting than what textbooks usually tell us. Because the truth is, Ambedkar and Bose were actually surprisingly similar. Yes, similar. And that's exactly why their disagreement becomes so fascinating. Let's go back to the late 1930s. India was still under British rule. The Indian National Congress dominated the freedom movement. But not everyone inside Congress agreed with its direction. And here comes the first similarity. Both Ambedkar and Bose were rebels against the mainstream leadership. Subhas Chandra Bose, even after becoming Congress president in 1938 and again in 1939, openly challenged Mahatma Gandhi's gradual approach. Bose believed negotiations with the British were too slow. He wanted immediate and decisive action. Eventually, conflict became so serious that Bose resigned and formed the Forward Bloc. Now look at Ambedkar. Ambedkar was never fully part of Congress politics. He strongly criticized Congress leadership for claiming to represent all Indians while, according to him, millions from oppressed communities still lacked basic rights. So both men stood outside the dominant political circle. They were not comfortable followers. They were independent thinkers. Now here comes the second similarity, and this one is very important. Both believed India needed a strong modern state. At that time, some leaders imagined India as a nation of peaceful, self-sufficient villages. But Ambedkar and Bose disagreed. Bose believed India needed strong central authority, national planning, and military strength to survive in a dangerous world. Ambedkar believed only a powerful constitutional state could protect minorities and enforce equality through law. Different motivation, same conclusion. India needed strong institutions, not just moral speeches. And interestingly, modern India today, with its constitution, central governance, and national planning, reflects parts of both visions. Now let's talk about something people rarely notice. Both leaders strongly supported industrialization and science. You see, many nationalist speeches at that time praised India's ancient past, but Ambedkar and Bose were focused on the future. Ambedkar openly said that village systems often preserved caste inequality. Bose argued that without industry and technology, India would remain weak and dependent. Today, India's IT industry, space missions, and scientific institutions follow this modern vision. According to government economic data, industrial and service sectors now contribute more than 80% of India's GDP. Exactly the kind of modernization both leaders believed was necessary. Now another surprising similarity, both had a global outlook. Ambedkar studied at Columbia University and the London School of Economics. He understood democracy, economics and law through global ideas. Bose travelled across Europe and Asia, seeking international alliances against British rule. He understood that freedom struggles were connected to global politics. Both leaders knew something important. India's future would not be decided only inside India, but also by how India interacted with the world. And here comes perhaps their deepest similarity. Both wanted real freedom, not symbolic freedom. Bose wanted independence that would make India powerful and respected internationally. Ambedkar wanted freedom that actually improved everyday life for ordinary people, especially the oppressed. Neither believed freedom should be just emotional slogans. They wanted results, real change, real transformation. So now you may ask, if they agreed on so many things, why didn't they join together? Well, this is where history turns. Their disagreement was not about goals, it was about priority. Bose believed one thing very strongly. First, remove British rule. After independence, India could solve social and economic problems internally. Timing was everything for him, especially during World War II, when he believed Britain was vulnerable. But Ambedkar asked a different question. What happens if independence comes but social inequality remains? He feared political power might simply shift from British rulers to existing social elites. For Ambedkar, independence without social safeguards could leave millions still oppressed. So his focus was clear: political freedom and social equality must go together. And that difference, independence first versus equality alongside independence, prevented a political alliance. Soon after, Bose left India and later formed the Indian National Army abroad. Ambedkar continued working within constitutional politics, eventually becoming the chief architect of India's constitution. One fought to free the nation, the other designed how the nation would function after freedom. And maybe this is the real lesson. India's freedom struggle was not one single united story. It was a conversation, sometimes even a disagreement about what freedom truly meant. Political independence, social justice, economic modernization. In reality, modern India became a combination of both visions. History often remembers who agreed, but sometimes progress comes from powerful disagreements between equally brilliant minds. Maybe Ambedkar and Bose didn't unite politically because they were trying to solve different parts of the same problem. What do you think? If they had worked together, would India's history look different today? Tell me in the comments.